Top 10 Forbidden Places in the World. Hi guys. Welcome to True Channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Top 10 Forbidden Places in the World. So make sure to watch the full video. Regardless of globalization, innovation, and advances in transportation, there are still places on the planet you can't visit. While a few of us are focused on space investigation and colonizing Mars, truly a few pieces of our planet are still basically immaculate or have even been neglected. Different regions are home to army installations, undercover work mysteries, or have even been prohibited to the general population in light of the fact that they're lawfully spooky. 10. Room 39, North Korea. In the expressions of writer Kelly Olson, Room 39 is quite possibly of the most mystery association and ostensibly the world's most mysterious state. Made in the last part of the 1970s, Room 39 is supposed to be situated inside the Specialist Party working in Pyongyang, taking its name, as per a few sources, from the workplace it involved at the Party Central Command in its initial days. In spite of the fact that there isn't a lot of true data on the room because of the mystery of its exercises, it's accepted that it raises finances through business ventures, both lawful and unlawful, with exercises going from duplicating to the offer of gold, medications, or weapons. This organization of organizations present in different regions of the planet is assessed to have had the option to contribute up to $2 billion per year to North Korea. It's hypothesized that Room 39 could be behind the modern falsifying of $100 supernote charges that were given over many years. 9. The Coca-Cola Vault in Atlanta, U.S. The recipe for Coca-Cola is viewed as perhaps the trick of the trade on the planet, and they maintain its mystery by stashing it away in a huge security vault. Since it was made in 1886 by John Pemberton in Atlanta, this equation has been enviously protected and few have had the option to get their hands on it. The soda pop and the organization were obtained in 1919 by a gathering of financial backers driven by Ernest Woodruff, and in 1920, the recipe wound up safely secured at a New York bank. In 1925 it was moved to the Trust Organization Bank in Atlanta. In 2011 the organization chose to move the renowned Coca-Cola recipe to an Atlanta exhibition hall. However, while numerous vacationers visit the offices every year, few and selective individuals can overcome the entryways of the vault. 8. Snake Island or Queimada Grande, Brazil. Situated around 100 kilometers off the shoreline of Sao Paulo, this island could appear to be the best colorful spot in which to lose yourself. However, truly for a really long time the spot has been uninhabited due to having been totally attacked by deadly snakes. Somewhere in the range of 1 and 5 snakes for each square meter possess the island. Furthermore, on the off chance that that isn't sufficiently unnerving, it's significant that the snakes that live here are one of the most venomous on the planet. The brilliant lancehead snake can arrive at up to a portion of a meter long and, with a solid, effective toxin, can break down the tissue around its chomps. It's hence the Brazilian government explicitly prohibits visiting the island. 7. North Sentinel, Andaman, and Nicobar Islands. While the other islands in this archipelago are to some degree bigger and better known, North Sentinel, loaded with mangroves and encompassed by coral, has remained practically immaculate by the rest of the world. It could seem like heaven, yet the island couldn't be further from it. While its geology makes it perhaps of the most disconnected put on the planet, it is occupied by one of the world's couples of remaining uncontacted clans. The native individuals of this island, alluded to as the Sentinelese, have had basically no impact from the cutting-edge world. Since the beginning of time, experiences with the populace have been met with savagery. In 2006, they killed 2 anglers whose boats had been hauled by the current to their shores. As per the Watchman, a 3-mile limitation zone keeps guests from entering the region. As per Endurance, an NGO for the privileges of native and ancestral people groups, the Indian government has deserted any designs to contact the Sentinels. The whole clan could be cleared out by infections to which they have no insusceptibility, which is the reason specialists regard their desire to remain uncontacted. 6. Bangar Stronghold, India. Among Jaipur and Alwar in Rajasthan lie the remains of what was once a wonderful realm. The post was worked by the leader of Golden Kachwaha for his most youthful child in 1573, and step by step its populace dwindled until 1783, when solid starvation constrained the residents actually living there to escape. Neighborhood legends express that the justification behind the realm crumbling to pieces was that the stronghold was reviled. As it was legitimately perceived tormented place in India. As per the Hours of India, an administration license is expected to have the option to enter before first light or after nightfall. Despite the fact that it's said that the explanation is down to wild, nighttime creatures, for example, tigers, and the absence of fake lighting nearby, nobody knows what else could be hiding in the remnants. 5. North Sibling Island, U.S. Consistently, New York invites a great many travelers, anxious to visit each edge of the city, with the exception of one. Access is prohibited to North Sibling Island without earlier approval, since every one of its structures is in a perilous condition of decay. Inside, nature keeps on gobbling up the neglected designs and destroys what was once the city's quarantine medical clinic. First guaranteed in 1614, the historical backdrop of North Sibling Island's past is entwined with death and sickness. During the 1880s and directly into the 1940s, the site isolated individuals with exceptionally infectious ailments. Every one of the people who passed on there was put away in the island's mortuary. From 1951, it filled in as a restoration community for drug junkies. In 1963, North Sibling Island was deserted, turning into the property of the New York City branch of Parks and Entertainment, which currently deals with the site as a bird safe haven. 4. Diego Garcia, English Abroad Domains. Situated between East Africa, the Center East, and Southeast Asia, Diego Garcia is a significant key resource for the U.S. Naval Force, which has a significant Army installation there. It's likewise said that a portion of the CIA's most significant drifting dark destinations could be situated around here, as indicated by the gatekeeper. During the Virus War, the assembled realm leased the atoll to the US for a long time, yet the island was not uninhabited. Thus, prior to leasing it out, the English government removed exactly 2,000 Chagosans. Somewhere in the range of 1968 and 1973, these occupants were effectively shipped off Mauritius, Seychelles, and other English domains. From that point forward, the islanders have fruitlessly requested the option to get back to their homes. Diego Garcia's occupancy lapsed in 2016, however, the UK has expanded the agreement for an additional 20 years. 3. The Whites Club, UK. There are still, amazingly, certain spots in existence where ladies have prohibited admittance, the most popular presumably being refined men's clubs, which are exceptionally well known inside English culture. Established in 1693 and situated at 37 St. James Road in Piccadilly, the individuals from the Whites Club incorporate political pioneers, senior financiers, and even successors to the English high position. The limitation on ladies is so severe, just Sovereign Elizabeth has at any point figured out how to acquire passage. As per the message, in 2013 David Cameron deliberately left the select club, saying, "I'm daunted the club doesn't acknowledge ladies as individuals. I find that baffling nowadays, I truly do." The enrollment of London's most seasoned and most elitist Courteous Fellows Club has contracted to 500, and its bar is expressed not to have shut for a very long time. 2. Surtsey Island, Iceland. The island of Surtsey in Iceland was shaped only a long time back by a volcanic emission, which implied researchers had the novel chance to notice the birth and development of an environment without any preparation. This entrancing occasion definitively makes its entrance limited to the remainder of the world. Everything started in 1963, when a fierce volcanic ejection 32 kilometers south of Iceland brought about the development of Surtsey, quite possibly the most youthful island on Earth. Because of water and wind disintegration, the island has been diminishing in size from that point forward. Research by the Surtsey Exploration Society has assessed that as per the ebb and flow pace of disintegration, Surtsey could be at drift level continuously in 2100. Microorganisms, organisms, and molds were quick to show up on the island. In this way, the quantity of creature and plant species expanded dramatically. As indicated by UNESCO, as of now, it's assessed that around 89 types of birds and 335 spineless creatures populate the region. Altogether, not to adjust this turn of events, just analysts are permitted to visit the island. 1. Jiangsu Public Safety Instruction Exhibition Hall, China. In 2009, China opened the entryways of its public covert agent exhibition hall. Situated in Nanjing, the assortment at the Jiangsu Public Safety Training Historical Center displays the historical backdrop of undercover work and mystery knowledge administrations from the beginning of the socialist faction of China to the last part of the 1920s. While looking at weapons camouflaged as standard articles, spy cameras, or listening gadgets could seem like a fascinating visit, the exhibition hall isn't altogether open to general society. Outsiders are totally illegal from entering. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go.